Right, so welcome back. And today I'm going to take you through Karnak and Luxor Temples, which are extremely abbreviated in this game, and there is good reason for that. And, we have like, alright, so this thing that we're looking at now, this kind of gateway looking thing, there's one here, and there's a couple over there, smaller ones, bigger ones. There were several of these. We have like 10, these are called pylons, and these are like, they're like 10 pylons. And I'm going to show you a plan of this temple, the Karnak Temple, which is a collection of religious monuments dedicated mostly to the god Amun, but we also have some other buildings dedicated to other deities like Montu, which would technically be nearby. I'm not sure if they included the Temple of Montu, the Temple of Kansu, who was the son of Amun, and then Amun's wife Mut. And I don't know if they have Mut's temple either, unless we're standing on it. I'm not sure where we're at here, what all they've included. I did go through this before, but I've forgotten everything. We discussed Karnak for some time. In the oh, that's right. Okay, I'll talk about this in just a second. In the Sasa playthrough, but I don't remember what all we talked about. I don't remember what all is here. I know, I'm so bad with my memory. But this is a very significant area of Thebes, and I just want to take a moment to talk about what's going on down here. This little procession that they're doing. They're performing what's called the Opet Festival. Opet was the name of an annual festival that took place. It would have been much more grand than what they've got going on right here. And so what this entailed was taking the cult image, like the little small statue of the god Amun, placing it inside this shrine on this boat, and parading it between his temple here in Karnak all the way to the temple of Luxor, which is back there. And this was performed across this processional way here, the Ram Road as we call it, and also along the Nile route, so from harbor to harbor. And then, so it would go back and forth. It was a huge ceremony, and this was in part to reestablish the connection between the king and Amun, and I'm really looking forward to see what they have in the Luxor Temple, because that is the temple that was really dedicated to the king and his relationship with Amun. As Amun incarnate, or as the son of Amun, and it's a very complex relationship. And so yeah, the Opet Festival is always going on here. I don't remember if it goes the whole way, or if they just have it going along this particular path. I mean, technically it should be going inside the temple there as well. I'm sorry if I'm giving people motion sickness right now. But I think in the game they just have it stop here, and then they do some kind of ritual performance, and then it's like, I don't know, it's uh-oh, we've got hieroglyphs on the floor again. Brianna's going to be mad. We'll set them on fire. Anyway, so yeah, let's take a closer look. We'll start with well, I guess we'll start here since we're closest to here. And let's dive in. Woo! Poof. All right. Oh, hold on. I have a message from somebody. Taking a moment to look. Right. So anyway, I really love this costume that you earn after finishing the DLC Curse of the Pharaohs. What is this? Because we have a statue here of Sekhmet. What building is this meant to be? We have a Roman building, obviously. What is it?
Stop right there!
Sorry. What is this meant to be? Is this just somebody's house?
Hey, you! Stop!
And these Romans, they really invade every space, don't they? Anyway, we've got some columns here. Papyrus bud columns. And so the processional way here is lined by these cryo-sphinxes, also known as ram-headed sphinxes. Oop, I'm gonna set myself on fire here. There we go. Speaking of setting things on fire, we're gonna do that with the hieroglyphs on the floor because we don't like them, right guys? We do not like them. This cat is joining me. The cat approves, you see? Cat approves. How come he never pets them when I want him to pet them? I'm supposed to pet the cat, Bayek. Lame. Alright, so this is one of the entrances. Technically this should be, what, the 10th pylon, but I think it's, you know, just... I don't think they have that many in here. And we do have spaces for flagpoles, but alas, there aren't any flagpoles. Ooh, we've got treasure to loot in here. Thanks. Thanks. Let's come through here. Now, we haven't gotten deeply into the Roman period, so there would be a lot of buildings that are not included in the Temple of Karnak, but the majority of them should be in here. And I'm wondering if they included the Akh menu, which was a huge section that was constructed in the reign of Thutmose III. And the paints of this part of the temple of the Akh menu survives, and it's really extraordinary. And I'll put up some images if I can remember. Pardon. See here. So we've got some cryo-sphinxes still. There are also meant to be human-headed sphinxes. And the faces are those of Nectanebo, the last king of the Egyptian rulers in the 30th dynasty. I'm not sure if they included him though. Like they just have the ram-headed sphinxes, the cryo-sphinxes. And we have a lot of Ptolemaic structure to the temple here. So we have these screen walls, which I've told you about before when we at the temple of Shepsut. So be sure to learn some more about that in the other temple. What have we got down here? Oh, this is just an exit. An exit to more into the city. Alright. So this is interesting. Let me just take a moment to look over here. This makes me think of Medina Tabu, which is the temple of Ramesses III in the West Bank of Thebes. What are these designs here? Interesting patterns. Those always there in this type of building, but they had this style of fortress at the mortuary temple of Ramesses III as the gateway into the temple. So I'm wondering if that's what they were aiming at here, or if this is just like random, you know, they just randomly put it here because it's just something they randomly put here. So I'm guessing this is also here. This thing here is meant to be the sacred lake associated with the Karnak temple. The priests of the temple would have purified themselves at this lake. Over here. Oh, it's just fire. I'm guessing that this is supposed to be the sacred lake. Keeps trying to say link. Let's zoom in, actually, and see what's up. Alright, so yeah, I guess this is meant to be the actual sacred lake. So we have a good amount of temple space here, but yeah, it's vastly missing some pylons. We have exactly 4, 5 pylons, maybe. What are these? Well, we are missing quite a few pylons. I'm gonna take a look at this hypostyle hall, actually. This is a courtyard. I'm guessing these are some of the sphinxes that I was talking about. Or are they obelisks? Can we zoom in more? But anyway, the hypostyle hall was a large construction contributed by Seti I and Ramesses II. Over 100 columns were erected there. Second and third pylons were around this area. Eighth pylon was supposed to be aligned with the Temple of Hatshepsut. This is the Temple of Hatshepsut here. So they did a decent job of that. Right, so it should be aligned quite well with a pylon. And I'll show this. Ooh. Ship graveyard. Exciting. But in these outer pylons is where Horemheb buried the blocks from the temples that Akhenaten constructed at Karnak. He put them inside his pylons as fill, and that's why we have his architectural elements surviving so well. I mean, they're not obviously in their shape of, you know, forming an actual temple, but the blocks themselves, we have them and we can see what kind of art is on them, just because they were so well preserved after Horemheb dismantled Akhenaten's temples. And in the same way that Thutmose III tried to erase Hatshepsut by burying her stuff, Horemheb managed to preserve Akhenaten's temples by burying them. So, you know, attempt failed. It worked in antiquity, but he did not have the foresight to see that archaeologists of the future would uncover all of it. So anyway, let's carry on back inside. Got some treasure to find in here. Oops, got stuck. Oh yeah, the Opet Festival looks like it's left. They didn't bring it inside. Got some more sphinxes in here. Cryo-sphinxes. And we just went through this area, actually. So dumb. Excuse me. So we have people who are worshipping these statues. I don't think that they would have done that, actually. Maybe? But I don't think so. I could be completely wrong about that. So let's go deeper inside. Alright. So, wait, where are we at here? Oh, we're right here. Okay. Alright. Go this direction then. Oops. I mean, this direction. So we have a sort of hypostyle hall happening in here. And okay, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Right, so in the last, the Akhenaten video, I talked about clerestory windows, and that's what we have up here. So this is really excellent what they did with this hypostyle hall. The columns that line the main axis of the temple between the doorways are taller than the columns that are inside the rest of the roofed structure. And this is accurate to the ancient buildings. And so the extra wall space at the very top there, they built windows inside them, and this allowed light into this walkway area here. Now this top part would have been completely roofed over, and so it looks like they intended for this to be the case, and then like it just got into some disrepair perhaps, because we have those ties up there, those metal ties that would have been made of copper probably, that are apparent. So maybe we can go up there and take a look at those. But this whole area would have been roofed over, and the only light would have been from the clerestory windows there, and it wouldn't have been very much because they would have had those slatted screens covering the windows. So it was an area of very little light, but of course they definitely would have had some kind of fires burning or like oil lamps or whatever so that you can actually see inside. But the common people, like regular old people right off the street, would not have been allowed in this area. We're actually entering, you know, the more ritual space where people weren't allowed, the common people, maybe a small amount of people, but the common people were allowed to go into the courtyard area out there, which is right behind me here, rather than into this space. So, you know, we got some people just milling around. Sorry, my cat's going off again. Shush! Hey! Anyway. Right, so I like that they did this very well with the clerestory windows and the pillared walkways here. This is really awesome. So let's see what they have going on inside the hypostyle hall here. We have incorrect imagery on the walls, on the columns. So this is a Book of the Dead scene, which would not have been used on columns. This is funerary art, and it's only allowed to be in funeral spaces. So they would not have put funeral art on temple walls. What else? So yeah, it looks like they just did a copy and paste on all of the columns here. And copy and paste on the walls as we, you know, it's the same temple texture that we saw with the temples at Darabahri. Looks like we've got a shrine here. A couple of shrines. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ah, it's Sekhmet! Oh, this is so cool! Okay, there's a reason I'm saying that this is cool, and the reason for that is that there is a temple of Ptah, a small temple within Karnak, and one of the rooms is dedicated to Ptah's consort, Sekhmet, the lion-headed goddess, and her statue, her cult statue, is still standing inside this her chamber within his temple. And it's really cool because there's a light that shines into, like, there's a little window that allows sunlight, and it shines directly onto the statue. So I'll put a picture of this. Of course, it wasn't just hanging out in the middle of a hypostyle hall like this, and there was only one. Looks like we have a symmetrical image of her on the other side there. Oh, look at that. Look, we clipped through the architecture, and we're able to see the back. That's pretty cool. So lovely. She was actually made of stone, not gold, and she's much bigger than this actually. Well, so let's take a look at her mirrored image on this side. Excuse me, lady. Yeah, it looks like we've got two. So they wouldn't have had two Sekhmet statues in the same space like this, but whatever. We've got another shrine here. We've got a Hathor. This appears to be inspired by a Hathor statue, a cow statue meant to be Hathor, and I'll show that to you as well, like a real one. It's meant to. It was inspired by a real statue. And looks like she also has a counterpart on the other side. That's really cool. Do we have any more shrines? Oh, we got one more. Who's in here? Who is this? Oh, we've got. Oh, it's Sekhmet again. Okay, so we've got 4 Sekhmet. Would not have been a thing, but it's really cool that they included shrines like this. Which is probably why they have a bunch of people in here, because people are meant to leave offerings to these shrines, but this isn't the space where they would have been, and people would not have been able to access these statues at all. These statues would have been hidden from view, and only priests and maybe the king would have been able to actually see them uncovered. We have hieroglyphs sideways, so let's set them on fire because we don't like incorrect hieroglyphs. Oops! Somebody just saying I'm committing heresy. I am not. This temple is committing heresy. Oh, I set myself on fire. Ha! Oh, look at that! The gods took their revenge on me. But yeah, so it looks like they just threw some textures there to do some art, but it's really funny seeing that they put sideways hieroglyphs. They put hieroglyphs on here sideways. That's funny. I like how the light is shining in. Pretty cool. They did a good job with putting a winged sun disk on top. The winged sun disk probably would have decorated the ceiling all the way in as well, as we see in some other architectural spaces. Oh, we've got a cult statue of Amun. Standing statue Amun in the open court, and that he would not have been put in an open court. He would not definitely not have been open court like this. No, this is a resounding negative. He would have been in the darkest part of the temple. His name itself means the hidden one. He is and as I talked about in the Hermopolis video, he was part of the Ogdoad. So he was a god who lived in darkness, really. So he would have been in the darkest part of this temple, in the sanctuary area. Definitely not in the forecourt. Cats are having an argument. Yeah, definitely would not have been for an open court. Accessible to just. We've got a statue here, colossal statue of Thutmose the Third, as all of them are. Here we do have flagpoles in C2, so that's pretty cool. Good for them. But no flags on the poles. They look like spears. Maybe I should just spear myself on top of one of these. But it looks like I am in the front here towards the harbor. In the front here towards the... Indeed! Oh, so the sphinxes here are not human-headed sphinxes. We got some flamingos. Bye, flamingos! Yeah, they're cryo-sphinx. Oh, good! These flagpoles have flags. That's good. Streamers, not... I should say. The more apt term to use here. I didn't go all the way inside the temple. Looks like we have a lot of marshy areas here instead of just one lake. Oh, is this a place I can enter? That's a place I can enter. Bagheera, play nice. Cats. Sorry about my streaming. Communicating with Yu is just the silliest cat ever. So let's come back in. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I guess we did go into the sanctuary area then, right? Is that where we're heading now? Oh, okay. So, right then. We were in the sanctuary. But listen, this area would have been extremely dark. Would have been completely roofed over, no columns, no nothing. Would have been extremely dark in here, and there would have been crypt spaces. So it looks like these would have been much smaller. It wouldn't have been this elaborate like underground territory here in the temple. Would have been very like it would have been a crawl space, basically. And this definitely is not a crawl space. No, there's a place I can. Statue randomly placed in here. There's some windows I can parkour up. We have, I guess, an offering table. Filled with water, maybe? Maybe that's what this is meant to be? Not sure. We have a bust of a king statue, which would have been a thing, to my knowledge. Let's take a climb. See what's up. Okay, so it looks like this is an area that's not really accessible to others, unless I'm just a weird kind of detour. And again, as we don't like, we are seeing mummification being practiced inside a temple, which was no because the messy process in temples spaces that were meant to be very pure. So having blood on the floor of temples, unless it was a sacrifice to God, I guess, this would not have been acceptable. I was gonna say let's set them on fire, but we'll just set their funerary goods on. Well, actually we shouldn't, because these all have organs in. What can we set on fire, guys? Jars empty? Jars are empty? Yeah, we'll set his empty jars on fire. Oh, well crap. Sorry. Guess I set him on fire. Well, no afterlife for him then. Sorry, I hope you weren't a nice guy. I hope you were a bad guy in life. So it looks like here we've got salt baths. Looks like salt. But they probably have some bodies hanging here, drying, after their organs were removed. So yeah, we've got quite a lot of mummification happening. A lot of mummies. Ooh, some treasures over there. What is the exterior space? Where clearly I didn't even have to set anything on fire because you can easily just wander in. Guess this is the back door. But no, there was only one direction from which you could enter a tomb, sorry, a temple, and that was from the front. The reason for that is because temples were supposed to be similar to the primeval world. The most interior space is the darkest time of creation, just when the mound begins to emerge from the dark waters. And so they make this the darkest space in the temple. And as you go out further from the temple, then this is meant to be the flood waters receding from the mound of creation. And so even the columns are different. So the columns on the outermost part of the temple, usually the open court, like what you see here, are supposed to be open papyrus or lily flower. And when you go into more deeply into the temple, you have closed bud papyrus columns, meaning that they have not come into sunlight yet. So they are still closed. They haven't fully bloomed. And then in most interior space, you don't really have columns hanging out, really. And the hypostyle hall, the central columns should be open, and the ones inside the very dark areas would have been still closed. This little square between the column capital and the architrave here. Architrave, is that the word I'm using? My gosh, I forgot what this term is. Is it architrave? The architrave. But this is called an abacus, this little square shape here. So it looks like we don't really have an Ak menu. And we are missing quite a lot of chapels. We're missing quite a lot in this temple area, but I mean, it would have taken them, like, it would have been a whole different, it would have been a game unto itself, like a whole DLC unto itself, in fact, if they were to build the entire Karnak complex. But that would have been cool, right? To have a whole DLC of Karnak? I mean, for Egyptologists, that would be cool. Maybe for the just, you know, people who play the game because it's a game are like, don't really care. Which is okay, that makes sense. Alright, I just wanna collect this this side mission here, side quest. In case it proves to be interesting.
Someone has dared to steal from Amun.
I cannot fathom it, but statues of the Theban triad were taken from the temple. Offerings from those terrified by the curse.
Desecration is rife in this ancient city. Perhaps I can offer Amun my blade, priestess.
And who are you that would do his work?
Bayek of Siwa.
A savior from the oasis? Then Amun, sharpen your sword, Bayek of Siwa. Find me again if you have news of the stolen idols. The black market merchants are my next port of call.
So yeah, these are the ties I was talking about, made of copper probably, and they link the roof blocks together. Like we're a bit unstable in this spot here. Okay. So let's come back into the temple and then head over to Luxor. Sideways hieroglyphs again. I think I'm going in the right direction. Yes, okay. We're gonna walk the processional route. The Ram Road. This wasn't very zigzaggy like this. Here we go. See, the Alpid Festival is coming. You can take a look at it. We've got a priest here wearing like a patah, or actually he's wearing like a Nubian cap, but the Nubian kings wore. We've got some Thoth baboons up there, like randomly. The The fore and aft of this boat would have been Amun, not Horus, like this, for an Apit festival. It looks like we have, are those supposed to be Ptah statues? Yeah, we got some Ptah statues. So inside this shrine area would have been the god Amun, and so what they did here was they covered it with a cloth, which would have been what they did in antiquity, actually. So that's really cool. Look at all these hieroglyphs on the floor. We know how I feel about that. Don't like it. This would have been considerably longer. And it's, yeah, it's like, it's a long way away from Karnak. Hugely long away from Karnak. Should do a Google image, Google Earth, so you can see how far it goes, actually. In reality. What are they doing over here? We've got an evangelist. Oh, a circle? What is the circle for? Oh, look at that! Okay, so this is really cute. This is one of their gang signs, as I like to call them. The god Kepler, which was a scarab beetle who's pushing the sun disk out of the horizon. Looks like we've got like some paths leading directly off of this, so that wouldn't have been a thing either. Well, maybe it was. Right now it's modern roads are all over the place, so I could be completely wrong about that. But anyway, we've got some obelisks here, and they would have had obelisks, yes. In fact, they did have obelisks. Got some Amun statues, possibly, maybe, but we did have some Ramesses. Now the axis of this temple is actually supposed to be askew. Well, certainly not, you know, directly straight on, aligned with the ram road here. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be, oh, what do we have over here? Offerings. The outside of the temple. Probably would have been more accurate, actually, from the commoners. Check this out, Neb Keperu. Huh. This King Tut's card. Anyway, ooh, this guy's not paying attention. To assassinate. I'm coming over here because I saw.
In my range. Damn it, we must catch up.
Oh no! Oh bless. Gotta get him before he brings the Anubis guard.
You are dead. Time is up.
I'm trying to. Ah, you bastard! I'm trying to get here.
Get the ball on the damn floor. Come on. Damn you.
Shoot!
This won't take
Ha! Wanted it to be slow-moving death for him.
I'll hit him.
Oh, what am I doing?
Time to die.
Why aren't my my... Alright, we're gonna get our Anubis gun. That's totally fine, because I have to kill all of them anyway, don't I? Haha! Sucker! Ah! Jesus. Uh-oh. Come on! Like, seriously? Wait, is there another Anubis guy? Oh no, I have to confirm
How
too.
much longer? I see you.
Ah, sucker. Cool, look at all that nice stuff I'm getting. Fantastic. Oh, did I get everyone? Oh, we still got a few more guys down there. Well, guess this is the Luxor Temple, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, this is totally accurate. Not so much, no. So, the Luxor Temple has a lot of 18th dynasty contributions, and we're talking Hatshepsut, Amenhotep III, who was the one who built the columned hall, and also King Tut decorated the walls of that columned hall with scenes of the Opet Festival, and that's one of the ways that we know what happened with the Opet Festival is from the temple decoration of King Tut. Ah.
Stay awake out of bed. No getting jumped.
Seriously? This
No easy
flag?
prey here.
See if I crouch. Oh wow. Genius. Genius. Ah. Right, I'll come. So where's the dude? Ah, and missed him. Alright.
Let's not relax. No kills on our side today, alright?
You can have
Wait!
your ears.
Hey! Hold it! Cut him off! Hurry! Wait a minute.
Oh. Bummer. Haha, alright. I'm glad I got better with arrows. Bow and arrow. Helps that somebody finally told me about locking on to people. I finally learned about that. Ugh, wish that they would just pull flags in the go over the edge. Go, down we go. Doo doo doo. Loot anyone? Everyone? So yeah, I'll put on some photos or images of the Opet festival that King Tut decorated the Luxor Temple with. I love how this guy's shield is still standing. Funny, it's got his leg open apparently. Walk into it. Oh, I knocked it over. Okay. Funny. Yeah. I actually have never. Oh, this is gonna sound so bad. Even though I was in Luxor for such a long time, I never actually went into the temple. I never went into the temple. I don't know why. I just kept forgetting, and then like I couldn't figure out if I was allowed to go into the temple, if it was actually open. It was I couldn't really tell, I guess. I didn't actually try to look. I'm an awkward person anyway, so just asking questions. Oh, am I allowed to do this? I get all like weirded out about doing. Really dumb.
Hey, got you.
Where's the door? Sweetheart, you don't have me. I'm sorry. Let's be real here. Okay, you should have just you should have stayed home today. Really, like, please. Okay, get these people. Where's Hey, people are locked in here. What are they locked in here for?
I'll kill you. Give me time to get loose.
Did I get everybody? Oh, my computer just went blank. Oh my gosh. What happened? Huh. Crashed for a second there. Weird. Okay, back here. Am I coming? Ah! Alright. That was fun. Uh-oh. Oh, we've got another guy lighting a brazier. Oh, baby, I don't... We've been there. Not gonna... already got my Anubis. So... yeah. Not to worry. So yeah, unfortunately it looks like we just have standard, Ptolemaic stuff. Yeah, there's nothing Hatshepsut-y, there's nothing Amenhotep-y, nothing Ramesses-y, definitely nothing Tutankhamun-y. So that's a bit disappointing. But, you know, I mean, they're not really in this DLC, trying to do anything of real, like, education. Oh, look! There's a there's a way that we can tell everybody about all of the temples. So it looks like they just wanted to get basic structure of the city without really delving too deep into the what the actual monuments were. I mean, we have. Okay, yeah, this is about the god Amun. Yeah, it's. I mean, I get it. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. There's a treasure in here. Get it? Looks like we do have the Amenhotep III pillared hall. So yeah, I guess this is it. This is for Amenhotep III stuff. Oh hello Bagheera. Bagheera has joined us. But the decoration is all Ptolemaic. It's got none of the stuff that one would expect to see as decoration on this temple, sadly. Outside? Go outside the temple? This still qualifies the temple area? Does. Yeah, I guess, woo! I mean, they're calling it Luxor, so that's good. Luxor and Karnak, but, sadly, this is just a generic, Roman, fortress site that we've been seeing forever. And they've got a pylon in the back, which... No.
Let's not get jumped.
Jump, yeah. Okay, well, that's Karnak and Luxor for you, and I will see you next time.
Over here!
Oh, wait, we've got somebody being brave. Oh right, let me loot them. If anything. There is! Ah, it's mine now. Right then, so, got some more people to destroy. Sayonara, sucker! You don't have anything to give me? Okay. Useless! Absolute. Oh. Oh yeah, this was Luxor here and Karnak. So that was our adventure. So I'll see you guys next time. Toodaloo!